Dear students, welcome to our learning platform. Today we will discuss exponential form and hyperbolic function as a topic of complex numbers. Now, e raised to I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta is known as Euler's formula, which is the basic formula in complex numbers, and it will be useful to solve many examples. Now, for different values of theta, we can find different values. Let us see some examples. Cos theta minus I sin theta can be written as e raised to minus I theta. Similarly, e raised to I pi is equal to cos pi plus I sin pi. Now we know that sin pi is 0 and cos pi is minus 1. So e raised to I pi is equal to minus 1. Next, e raised to I 2n pi can be written as cos 2n pi plus I sin 2n pi. Now sin 2n pi is always 0 and value of cos 2n pi is 1. So e raised to I 2n pi is equal to 1. Next value we take as pi by 2. So e raised to I pi by 2 equal to cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. Now cos pi by 2 is always 0 and sin pi by 2 is 1. So value of e raised to I pi by 2 is equal to I. Now let us see some hyperbolic functions. Now see, we are all aware of trigonometric functions such as cos x, tan x, sin x. Okay. Now when we write cos hx, sin hx, such terms are termed as hyperbolic function. Now first is cos hx. Cos hx equal to e raised to x plus e raised to minus x upon 2. Sin hx equal to e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon 2. Now sec hx is equal to, we know that 1 upon cos hx. So this will be the reciprocal of cos hx. So it can be written as 2 upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. Similarly, for cosec hx equal to 2 upon e raised to x minus e raised to minus x. This will be the reciprocal of sin hx. Okay. Now tan hx will be equal to sin upon cos. So this will be e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. Now cot hx is cos upon sin. So this will be equal to e raised to x plus e raised to minus x upon e raised to x minus e raised to minus x. These are some hyperbolic functions and we need to remember these formulas. Now we see the relation between circular and hyperbolic functions. What are circular functions? Sin ix, cos ix, tan ix, these all are called circular functions. Now let us see some relations. Okay. Sin ix is equal to I sin hx. Cos ix is equal to cos hx. And tan ix equal to I tan hx. Sin hix equal to I sin x. Cos hix equal to cos x. And tan hix equal to I tan x. These are some relations between circular and hyperbolic functions. Now let us go some proofs and some examples which are important on the examination point of view. Okay. See, our first question is, prove that mod of e raised to minus 2z is less than 1 if and only if real part of z is equal to 0. Now see, if we take z equal to x plus iy, then here real part will be x. So it is given that we will start from this portion, real part of z greater than 0. So real part of z is greater than 0 means what? X will be greater than 0. Now what we have to prove is e raised to minus 2z. So we will try to convert in this form. Okay. So now if we multiply both the sides by 2, we get 2x greater than 0. Now we need exponential power. So we take exponential power both the side. So we get e raised to 2x greater than e raised to 0. Now e raised to 0 is 1. So e raised to 2x will be greater than 1. Now we need to prove for negative power of e. So we will do the inverse, then we get e raised to minus 2x is less than 1. Sign will get changed. Now we know that e raised to I theta, mod of e raised to I theta is equal to 1. So we can write this as mod of e raised to minus 2x into e raised to minus 2iy less than 1. Now base is same, we will add the power. So we get e raised to minus 2 x plus iy mod less than 1. Now x plus iy is z. So mod of e raised to minus 2z is less than 1. Hence we have proved what is given in question. Okay. Now let us move to some more example. See, what is our next question? Prove that I raised to I is real and find the value of sine log I raised to I. First we will prove that I raised to I is real. Now to prove this, first we will take the principal logarithm of I raised to I. So log of I raised to I equal to, we can write as I log I. Now this I can be written as 0 plus I. Okay. Now according to the formula, what is our formula? Our formula is log of under root of x square plus y square plus I theta. So this I will be as it is, log of 0 square plus 1 square, that is 1, plus I tan inverse y by x. Now this will become log 1. Log 1 is 0 and tan inverse infinity will become pi by 2. So here we get I into I pi by 2. Now we know that I square equal to minus 1. So this will become minus pi by 2. This is the value of log I raised to I. To remove logarithm, we have to take the exponential power. So we get I raised to I equal to e raised to minus pi by 2. Okay. See, now this will be real because there consists no I. There is no I in this portion. Okay. So this will be the real part. This will be termed as real part. So here we have proved that I raised to I is real. Now what we will do is, we will find the value of sine log I raised to I. Now see, now we will put this value. Sine will be as it is. We have find the value of log I raised to I as minus pi by 2. So sine of minus pi by 2 will be equal to minus 1. Okay. Now let us move to the inverse hyperbolic examples. See, what is the question? Prove that sine h inverse x is equal to log of x plus under root of x square plus 1. We will start from sine h inverse x. Now we will assume it as some variable. Okay. So let y equal to sine h inverse x. Now this implies x equal to sin hy. We will take sin h term to the other side, so we get x equal to sin hy. Now we have just seen the formula for hyperbolic function. Okay, so sin hy will be equal to e raised to y minus e raised to minus y. This 2 will multiply here, so we get 2x equal to e raised to y minus e raised to minus y. Okay, so now we will take this 2x to the other side, so we get e raised to y minus e raised to minus y minus 2x equal to 0. Now to solve this, we will divide this whole equation by e raised to minus y. So next step will be e raised to y upon e raised to minus y minus e raised to minus y upon minus y minus 2x upon e raised to minus y equal to 0. Now this will go to the numerator portion, so we get e raised to 2y. This will get cancelled, so we get minus 1, and this will go to the numerator, so we get minus 2x e raised to y. Okay, now we can see that this is the quadratic equation in terms of e raised to y. Okay, so here we will find the value of e raised to y using discriminant method, that is minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now first we will write a, b and c. Coefficient of e raised to 2y is 1, so a equal to 1. Coefficient of e raised to y is minus 2x, so b equal to minus 2x, and the rest part is c, that is minus 1. We have substituted these values a, b and c in this equation, so this is the obtained equation. Now we simplify this. 2x square will become 4x square, this will become plus 4. Okay, now we have taken common as 2, so here 2 will be taken as common, and the inner portion will be x plus or minus under root of x square plus 1, and this 2 will get cancelled out. So here we get e raised to y equal to x plus under root of x square plus 1. We have considered here only plus sign because in proof we only need positive sign. There is no need of negative sign, so we can ignore it. Okay. Now to remove this e, we have to take logarithm. So this will become y equal to log of x plus under root of x square plus 1. Now here we have assumed in the starting that y equal to sin h inverse x. So we substituted here. So we get sin h inverse x equal to log of x plus under root of x square plus 1. Hence we have proved it. So this was one of the proof for sin hyperbolic x. We can also have some proofs of such type of proof for cos hx, tan hx and many more. Let us take one more example. Prove that tan inverse z is equal to I by 2 log of I plus z upon I minus z. Again we will assume here as w equal to tan inverse z. So z will be equal to tan w. Now by the formula we can write as tan w equal to e raised to iw minus e raised to minus iw upon 2i upon e raised to iw plus e raised to minus iw upon 2, because tan is sin upon cos. Okay. Now this 2 will get cancelled, and 1 upon I can be written as minus I. So Z equal to minus I, and the rest part will be as it is. Now we will take this minus I to the denominator. We get Z upon I equal to, this minus sign will multiply here. So we get minus e raised to iw plus e raised to minus iw upon e raised to iw plus e raised to minus iw. Now here we use the rule of componendo and dividendo. So the rule is denominator plus numerator upon denominator minus numerator. So we get I plus Z upon I minus Z, and here we get e raised to iw plus e raised to minus iw, and e raised to iw plus e raised to minus iw upon e raised to iw plus e raised to minus iw. Here we get minus sign, and the rest portion will be this. On simplifying this term, we get 2e raised to minus iw upon 2e raised to iw. This 2 will get cancelled, and we take e raised to iw to the numerator part. We get e raised to minus 2iw. Now to remove this exponential power, we take logarithm. So we get log I plus Z upon I minus Z equal to minus 2iw, and w will be equal to 1 upon minus 1 upon 2i log of I plus Z upon I minus Z. Now w we have assumed as tan inverse Z, okay, and now this 1 upon I can be written as minus I, and minus minus will become plus. So we get tan inverse Z equal to I upon 2 log of I plus Z upon I minus Z. Hence we have proved this here. I hope you are clear with the examples. Thank you.